Julie Zied is the Fancast TV editor, and she joins us now. Julie, how are you?
Hey, I'm great. How are you?
Great, absolutely great. So first, for the people who don't know, what is Fancast.com?
Fancast is TV online. We're owned by Comcast, and we have all sorts of TV shows that you can watch online, and then we also have an editorial arm where we write about all our favorite shows.
And can you get all the TV shows there or no?
Pretty much all of them, yeah.
Do you guys have any online shows or no?
We don't create any original programming, but we have feeds from all the different networks and a whole huge library worth of content. So it's great.
All right, that's cool. So I'm sorry, and I'm not it almost seems like a plug, but I'm genuinely curious. So if you go on Fancast, how does it work? Like, let's say I want to watch Lost. What happens?
All you have to do is click a button and you can watch it.
So is that like Hulu?
It is. We have a partnership with Hulu, so we have a lot of their videos, but we also have partnerships with a bunch of other different networks like CBS and cable providers. So we have a larger offering than they do.
Wow. Well, interesting. Okay. So now you guys are talking about the Emmys that are coming up.
Yes.
Now, when are the Emmys?
The Emmys are at the end of August on NBC, and, it's like Christmas time for we TV writers. It's the most exciting time of the year.
Are people still excited about that stuff? I mean,
I think people are still excited about it. It's glitzy, it's fun, it's glamorous, and the Emmys have seen some ratings decline over the past few years, but I'm hoping with Jimmy Fallon as a host, he's young, he'll bring in a new audience.
Do you think Jimmy Fallon's funny or no?
I think Jimmy Fallon is funny. Do you think Jimmy Fallon's funny?
I'm kind of torn on it. I haven't really made up my mind.
I think Jimmy struggled a little bit at first when he took over late night, but he did himself a service by not really getting too involved in the late night stuff of the past year, the fracas with Jay Leno.
I'm not sure about that. I think he was playing it safe.
You think?
I'd have thrown some bombs.
Would you have liked to have seen him get a little bit more involved, like Letterman?
Yeah, definitely. Take out a couple of shivs. Go to work, a little... I mean, everybody's
He doesn't want to
fun.
rock the boat with his parent company,
Yeah, of course. That's the problem with TV. But you know what? Putting aside my issues with television, news, etc., and talk shows as well, there's some fantastic dramas and sitcoms on television.
Absolutely.
And in some ways, it's as good as it's ever been. I think that, in the early 2000s with HBO just dominating, that was probably the best television we ever had. But we're still in a golden age. So tell me about some of the dramas that are up for awards, and let's have a quick conversation about it.
Sure. So what we did this year, as we like to do every year, before the nominees come out, they're announced on July 8th, and we sort of want to make our own predictions as to who we think are going to get nominated, and then also a kind of wish list of who we'd like to get nominated based on the past year. And you're right. Dramas on TV have gotten better and better, and I personally think on cable we've seen a real emergence of quality television, more so than on regular networks. And I think one of my personal favorites, and Vince Gilligan, who's the creator of Breaking Bad, has just done a phenomenal job on that show on AMC. The acting is incredible, the writing, the season finale was unbeatable, and it just got renewed for a new season. And I think everyone on that show deserves a nomination. And Bryan Cranston has won the past 2 years, and I think he deserves to win again this year.
I thought for a second there you were going to tell me what happened in the season finale, because I love that show. I'm watching it, but I haven't gotten to the season finale yet. So,
oh, well, I don't want to ruin it for you then, and I don't want to spoil it for anybody else who hasn't seen it, but
okay.
It is intense.
It's an intense show. So, Julie, let me ask you, out of the ones you guys are predicting might be in the best drama category, Breaking Bad, Friday Night Lights, The Good Wife, Lost, Mad Men, and Vampire Diaries, how many of those are on the networks?
Vampire Diaries is on the CW, Lost is on ABC, The Good Wife is on CBS, and Friday Night Lights is on NBC, but they also air new episodes on DirecTV. So actually it's a pretty good mix. Breaking Bad and Mad Men are the only two shows that are on cable from that list.
That's interesting. It used to be more cable, I feel like, recently. What happened there? Is cable running out of money? Why aren't they doing more new shows?
I think cable is continuing to do new shows, but for this year, network really, I think, came on strong, realizing that they're there was intense competition in the cable world. And with The Good Wife, which Entertainment Weekly also called the #1 show of the spring, and it's gotten a ton of attention. Juliana Margulies has done an amazing job. People, she already had a built-in fan base from ER days. And we've just seen the networks really come forward with some more quality programming. And, of course, Lost, this was the last year. And everybody still has that sort of sentimental feeling that it deserves to win. So...
No, I loved Lost, but the ending was weak sauce.
You didn't think so? You weren't one of those people who felt emotionally tugged?
No, I wanted them to explain what happened with the numbers and Walt and all that stuff, and it turns out they were full of it all along. They never had any answers.
There were too many questions for those guys to answer in the end, I think.
No, they had to have a plan. They never had a plan. They were lying to us all along. It turns out it was a television show. They didn't really know where the black smoke monster came from.
Oh, that's TV.
I suppose. But,
I totally understand the gripe about having invested so many years in it and then feeling let down.
Right. So let me go to comedies next, because you've got as your possibilities here Big Bang Theory, Community, Curb Your Enthusiasm, Glee, Modern Family, and Party Down. Can we all agree that Modern Family is the best comedy on television now and in a long, long time?
I thought you were going to say ever, and I was going to have to dispute that with you.
No, ever's too much. Way too much.
It is a phenomenal comedy, and I think what's really interesting about everybody in that cast is they banded together and submit themselves as every single cast member submit themselves for an Emmy consideration as a supporting character as opposed to a lead role. So they're all sort of in it together. And there's a possibility that a few of them can be nominated for the same category, and we might see that. We might see that with Eric Stonestreet and Ty Burrell, who I think are the standouts from that cast.
Okay, first of all, there should be at least 3 or 4 people nominated. They should, in the best supporting actor comedy category.
Who else would you like to see? Ed O'Neill?
Ed O'Neill, yes. Okay. I don't know the actors' names. Those two, are they the fat gay guy and the dad?
Yeah, Eric Stonestreet is, he's the one who plays Cameron. And, and Phil is played by Ty Burrell.
Yeah, those guys are fantastic. And then I throw the little fella in there.
Oh,
Manny.
yeah, Manny.
That kid's awesome.
Yeah, ABC did a really great job this year because they had Cougar Town, which sort of started out a little bit slower, but that built up steam, and they've really built up their Wednesday night comedy. So Modern Family is in there. And then for us, a sort of little-known comedy that I think deserves a lot of attention, this was more a wish list, but Party Down, which is airing on Starz, which is about a group of bumbling cater waiters who are wannabe actors living in L.A., and it's just got such a phenomenal cast, and we're really, really, really pushing on our side for that. We would love to see that get nominated.
Hey, Julie, is Glee, last thing on this, is Glee as good as advertised? I haven't seen it yet, but people are raving about that too. Is it in the league of Modern Family or no?
The thing that I think makes Glee so special and so important right now is that it's really been able to tap into this audience that wants to listen to hit music and doesn't want to watch American Idol, and it appeals to everyone. It appeals to young people, it appeals to old people, and I think they've done a really phenomenal job of building that audience and creating a following. Their albums are always up on the Billboard charts and iTunes, selling tons and tons of records, and they've really built a huge business out of it aside from just a TV show. They've launched a tour, and so it's been really smart creatively for them as well. All
right, that is smart. All right, Julie Zied is with Fancast.com, and she also writes a column called The Zeitgeist. Clever, I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks so much. Have a good one.
All right, you too.